Shalom. All praise to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, working up the hope for the elect. Coming at you with another lesson titled Rooted and Built Up. This truth have you rooted and built up. Okay, you rooted, embedded in this truth, built up in faith. Okay, rooted and built up in faith and works. This truth makes you whole. Okay, it makes you grounded, being rooted with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Yahawah and Yahawashi give you the understanding of this knowledge. So you become transformed by the renewing of your mind, rooted and built up with knowledge to do the work. So the first lesson, the first chapter I'm going into is 1 Corinthians chapter 14. And this knowledge makes you a new man. It makes you a better man. That new man that man you're supposed to be, Yahawah Bashim Yahawashi, putting off the old and putting on the new. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 1. It reads, "Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy." Verse 2, "For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. But no man understandeth him. Howbeit, in the spirit he speaketh mysteries." Verse 3, which is the point. "But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort." So a person that's speaking in tongues, it's a waste of time for that. Okay? If you talking all that, what they be doing in the churches, you can't edify nobody speaking like that. So the point is, verse 1, "Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy." Because that's the whole point of a prophet, a seer. Prophet means to say before. So we must be teaching, letting our people know what's about to happen, which is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, the race riots, the concentration camps, okay, martial law, all that's about to happen. Famines, pestilences, okay, war, them ICBM, them intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's all prophecy that is about to come to pass. So verse 3, it says, "But he that prophesies speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort," letting you know the truth, what's about to happen, what's coming, what we must do to endure through those times. This is matter of fact, I'm gonna read this again. Say, "Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts." Now I'm gonna read 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 14. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 14. "Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy Okay? 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy. Okay? Like you say in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. Okay? So we have a gift that is in us that we must prophesy. Now, this is Colossians chapter 2, we start at verse 1. It says, for I would that ye knew what great comfort I have for you and for them at Laodicea, and for as many as have not seen my face in the flesh. Verse 2 say, that their hearts may be comforted, being, this is the point starting at verse 2, that their hearts may be comforted, being knit together in love, and unto all riches of the full assurance of understanding, to the acknowledgement of the mysteries of God, and of the Father, and of Hamashiach, in whom are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. That's how you get this wisdom and knowledge, from Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi and Rakah Kodash. Verse 4, it reads, and this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words. But though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit, joining and beholding your order, and the steadfastness of your faith in Hamashiach. As ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahawashi, the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. Now I'm going to jump to verse 9. It reads, for in him dwelling all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Verse 10, and ye are complete in him, which is in the head of all principalities, which is the head of all principality and power. Okay, so the point is being rooted and built up in Yahawashi, established in the faith as ye have been taught. And we have been taught from the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. 100% the truth. Abounding therein with thanksgiving. Now I'm going to read verse 8 and 9. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. For in him dwelling all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. So we are not going to be deceived through philosophies and vain deceit. Okay? Roman Catholicism that has our people blinded. Which we all once was blinded through Roman Catholicism, that false philosophy, that vain deceits. But we know the truth now, starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Okay, we know the truth. We know the way. So that's why now we are rooted and built up in all faith and sincerity and full of works. And we see our teachers. We know our teachers. We know who they are. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity, Okay, and that bread is talking about this knowledge, man. Okay, Yahawashi say he is the bread of life. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, what's that water? Living water, man. I can tell you in John 7:38, he that believe on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. And when you come into this truth, you go through things. The Lord push you through things, man, to endure you, make you hard. Okay, makes you patient. He puts you through things to make you harder and more patient to endure the times. So, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, ye shall not, thy teachers, be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. Verse 21, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when you turn to the right and when you turn to the left. Now, our teachers should not be moved into a corner no more. So we know who our teachers are, okay? The apostles of Great Millstone. When we out on Saturdays, when the camps be out on Saturdays teaching, you see your teachers. So, reading this again, it say, and thy eyes shall hear a word behind thee. Because you have a lot of people walk past the camp. Some guys walk past the camp, and they hear the word, and they turn around and come back. So they say, and thy eyes shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right, and when you turn to the left. Okay? So that's what they do, man. Some guys walk past, they be going to the right, and they be walking past the camp. They be going different ways, but when they turn to the right, they walk in the opposite way. They turn around and come back. We have plenty of guys that turn around and come back to the camps. And these camps all over, man. Okay, GMS camps everywhere, and they hear the word behind them saying, "This is the way, walk ye in it." And some guys turn around and come back. Now, whether they get it, whether they hear it or forbear it, they hear the word and they turn around and ask questions. So it's up to the Lord to get an understanding to open the doors of their mind up. But my point is, I'm gonna read this again, man. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, ye shall not, thy teachers, be removed into a corner anymore. And that word corner go back to ghetto, man. Ghetto go back to the word corner, man. And that's what ESAU Edom pushed our peoples at, man, into the ghettos. Okay? But he say, yet shall not thy teachers be removed, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore. Okay? But thou shalt see thy teachers, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. So read this again. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, ye shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore. And the Salaki, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore. Salaki, I'm reading that wrong. It say, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And we see our teachers, man. We see the apostles and the elders teaching. That's how we got this truth. Okay? Going on YouTube, a lot of us passed the camps and heard them talking, man, and turned around, okay, and went back. Now, when you're listening to these false prophets, these pastors in these churches, okay, under the 501c3 tax exempt, pushing that Roman Catholicism, them are not your teachers, okay? It say your teachers shall not be moved into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Okay? So you got these false prophets and pastors teaching, but they're not the real teachers, man. Okay, them are not the real teachers. They were set up through Roman Catholicism, man. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So that knowledge is being increased right now, man. Okay? And that's on the left hand side and on the right hand side. But YAHAWASHI has increased his knowledge to wake up the elect. How has he did that? With the unicorn, man. Okay, with the internet. This knowledge is going out all over the internet, everywhere, man. Okay, throughout the four corners of the earth, man. This knowledge is going out. So going back to Isaiah chapter 30 and 20, because this scripture, man, this is a beautiful verse to show you that our teachers, man, on the highways and byways every Saturday pushing the word, and all through the week, multiple videos go up all through the week. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord, YAHAWAH, give you the bread of adversity, putting you through, okay, making you hard, okay, making you endure, and the water of affliction, okay. And when you read Judges chapter 5:11, he said we shall rehearse the righteous acts, okay, in the place of drawing water. And they're talking about slavery, man. So that affliction, man, it say in the water of affliction, hey, putting you through different things, man, to be made hard, man, to have patience. So it say, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, ye shall, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left. I mean, you're going to see your teachers, okay, pushing this truth out in the highways and byways. And you're going to hear that word behind you saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. That's why a lot of people turn around and come back to us when we out on camp on Saturday and they inquire, what are we talking about? What is this sign? It'll tell you in Ezekiel 37, okay, verse 17, 16 and 17, asking about why we had a 12 tribe sign out there, okay? So we were asking, do they see themselves on the sign? So this truth is going out, man. But our elders and apostles are on the corners, man, okay? In the streets, the highways and byways, teaching this truth. This is on Romans chapter 10. I'm going to start at verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, shall be saved. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Now everybody know about Jesus Christos, okay? Jesus Christ. Everybody know about that name, man, which is a Greek title, man. Okay, that's not the Most High Son name, man. His name is YAHAWASHI. So it say, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Verse 14, and it reads, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Now, our people, everybody believe in Jesus Christos, Jesus Christ. So this say, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Everybody believe in Jesus Christos, okay? They do not believe in Yahawashi. Our people are rejecting Yahawashi, okay? All week, day in and day out. No, our Lord didn't look like that. That's not the Lord's name, okay? That's not the Lord's Son's name. That's not the way the Lord looked. Hey, it say, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? They don't believe in the true power, our true big brother, Yahawashi. And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? No one have never heard of Yahawashi, okay? These churches is not pushing that, man. These churches is not pushing that the real name of Yahweh's son is Yahawashi, okay? It say, and how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? That show you that the Lord's name ain't Jesus Christ, man, okay? And how shall they hear without a preacher? A true prophet, man. Okay, a true seer. A true prophet who bring out the prophecy day in and day out. Week in and week out. And how shall they preach except they be sent? Okay? So these false pastors, man, they go to these theologian schools, man. They are not sent. Okay? Edom sets these guys up. And they think they got the truth, which they don't, man. This truth is only given to the elect. And if you are not coming from the apostles and elders with your knowledge, you are being deceived through Roman Catholicism. If you have not learned this knowledge from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, GMS, you are being deceived. Now I'm reading this again. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Yahawashi, Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi. And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? Okay, you don't hear the Yahawah and Yahawashi in these churches, man. They calling on Jehovah, God, Jesus Christ, Yahweh, Yeshua, okay? All those false names, man. And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a true preacher, a real prophet? And how shall they preach except they be sent? Except they be sent. And these false pastors, man, they wasn't sent from Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi. They were sent from ESAU, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? Coming from these colleges, man, these theologian schools, man. They wasn't sent. So you got these false prophets who teaching madness, okay? And our people is drunk and asleep from following Roman Catholicism, man. They are being destroyed and don't want to wake up to the truth. That's why the Lord say he have blinded them. They are blind. And they're going to continue to be blind because they believe in what ESAU Edom has taught them. False philosophies. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. Okay? And the God of this world is ESAU Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? And through their theologian school, they have destroyed these false pastors and false prophets, man. Okay? Hey, our peoples is being destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. For not seeking out the true power, Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi, man. I'm going to read this one more time, man. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And thou, the Lord, give you, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity, okay, and the water of affliction, meaning to be made hey, to go through that straight path, which is difficult, man. Okay? The bread of adversity and the water of affliction is talking about going through that straight path, which is difficult, man. Okay? Putting you to the test, man. To make you patient, to make you hard, to endure. Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. This knowledge is being delivered on a massive scale all over the earth, man. Okay? You got camps everywhere pushing this truth. And we see our teachers every day on the highways and byways and on the internet, man, which is unicorn. So with that, Lord willing, someone was edifying, someone got edified. I want to say all praises to Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashai, Bahashim, Yakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And a sincere salutation to all the authors pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth within the hope of the elect. Shalom.